guys, Kristen here. Welcome to the process video, and today I'm working on a layout for Mix It Up Monday, hosted by Tara from the Paper Snob. This is the sketch that we will be using. I'll include the information down below for those who are playing along on YouTube and Instagram, so you can go check out what others are creating. And so the point of Mix It Up Monday is to get some kind of mixed media on your layout. So either paint, ink, gesso, you can stitch. So it's, whatever form you want to use, that's mixed media. So my daughter is helping me create this background with just some white acrylic paint and a stencil. I believe the stencil is by, I don't know if it's from Simple Stories or Echo Park. I think it might be Simple Stories. And I had already had this paper done with a lot of the bats stenciled on there. Was going to use it for another layout and then didn't like how the bats ended up smudged. But then I was like, you know what, this would be perfect for Mix It Up Monday. I really feel like it doesn't matter if the bats are smudged. A lot of it's going to end up getting covered up anyways. And my daughter was super interested in helping, so I was like, you know what, we'll just make it a fun time between me and her and have a little hangout time together. So she helped stencil the top part because I wanted to add a few more bats up there, and then she helped me flick some paint on. So she's going to help me clean up because she was really concerned the fact that I was putting the paint directly on that glass. And I'm like, well, that's what's nice about the glass. So I think she wanted to make sure that I wasn't fibbing to her, I guess. I don't know. Although she usually does like to help to clean, and as long as she's in the mood. And so I'm going to be using Simple Stories Spooky Things. I really love this collection. I love Halloween. I love doing Halloween layouts. I'm huge into Halloween decorating. I just have always loved Halloween, probably because I was born around Halloween. So it's just, I love fall. I love everything about fall. And so I saw this collection with all the purple that was in it, and I had to get it. So I bought everything I could. Although I didn't get the 6x8 paper pad, and I wish I had. So the sketch kind of has like those film strips kind of layered up, and I'm kind of substituting these papers for that. That's kind of the polka dot and the orange paper are supposed to substitute that. And then it looked like she had like a strip of paper where the photographs were on that strip of paper. The Spooky Smiles, that's a foam sticker. And then I'm going to add this tab up here that says sweet. That tag says Batty About You. So I try to like stick fairly closely to the sketch with like at least where her clusters are. And I had to actually write that down on my little to-do list because I want to forget that there's a sketch that goes along with Mix It Up Monday. So I've gone rogue in the past just because I've forgotten. So this is a little border piece I'm going to put there. I like this little trick or treat journal piece, so I'm going to put that there and then layer up this kind of bingo card looking piece behind it. She had like a spot, like it looked like where it was supposed to be journaling over there. And then there were like a bunch of like different kind of elements on the page that kind of reminded me of stars. So I'm going to take a lot of these die cut pieces that were included in the kit, these stars, and kind of scatter them about the page. I had a little spider here. Layer up a couple of these pumpkins. I decided the little ghosty kind of peeking around from behind that tag would look really cute. And then I'm going to add in these floral clusters just to kind of add a little touch of femininity. She's very girly, so she likes princess dresses and pink. She ended up going as a vampire, which it was just because the dress was pretty. So, although I wasn't allowed to color a pretty vampire, I had to color a spooky vampire. So this is where I'm going to kind of scatter those stars kind of around the layout. I really want to get another ghost on here, and I think I end up getting another ghost on there, just in a different spot. That house down there, I don't know if I said that's a chipboard piece. And then the die cuts have these cute little candy pieces, so that's kind of what I'm scattering around in the clusters there. I really like this spider's web, but I kind of felt like putting it up on that corner was kind of an obvious spot. So I kind of wanted to leave that blank up there. So I decided to put it up by that upper cluster, and I felt like that kind of added a little bit of something to that upper cluster. Find this little moon die cut piece. I'm going to actually add a couple little stars around it just to kind of make it almost like a kind of a scene with that house being there. And here is a close-up shot. I really appreciate you for coming by to watch another process video.